Alrighty, welcome aboard everybody. Welcome to the Big Watch Show. We have got a really special lineup for this particular hour. I mean, we've got some brand new, never seen before, special, beyond special, beyond special. In fact, I've got a huge collection myself. I've been, I have the longest running watch show in the world. I've been around and sold millions of watches. It's been over 30 years. I've been collecting and going out there, and used to go to Switzerland a couple times a year. A couple years I went like 3 times. I just couldn't get away from that place. I just love watches that much, right? And so it's been a long time, and all I know is, like, I have a huge collection myself. I've been a collector, like I said, for over 30 years, and I just now. In the beginning, when I first started collecting, when it got to 100 watches or 150, right in that 200, I'd buy whatever. If I like it, I buy it, and I still kind of do that now. But man, I mean, it starts adding up, right? The watches, and I could still go on and on and on. But at the end, it's kind of like ladies with shoes, right? The guys with watches. But I just love it. But at the end of the day, I started looking at my collection. I was like, okay, I have You're a collector, right? There's a reason why you tune in. If you're not, when you start a collection or you have a collection, most your collection is diving watches, and you have some luxury little special goodies over here, maybe a pilot watch. You got, there's different themes. There's racing theme, pilot theme, diver theme, interesting theme, something unique, whatever it may be. But I started looking. I was like, okay, I got divers. I have a lot of divers. Most of them are diver. I'd say 60% are diver. I have pilot watches. I have car watches. Is like my favorite part of collecting. I've been saying that. We don't get the car watches all the time. I tell you, get them while you can. When we have the Ferraris, when we get the the Lamborghinis or the Breitling Bentleys that we had for over 10,000, all sold out, all gone. But at the end of the day, I started looking at my collection. I was like, okay, I got 6 of these that kind of look the same. I got 8 of these that kind of look the same. It's kind of, so basically what I'm trying to tell you here is this particular watch right here I actually got. It's a watch that's made from Bukhari. Bukhari, if you've been watching the show for years and years and years, Bukhari gang, we always get a few of these, a few of those. We don't get a lot of them. We get these special opportunities to get these special numbers, just opportunities where, they'll give us 2 of these, 3 of these, 4 of these, and I'm all over it. I'm like, woo, are you kidding me? And so at the end of the day, when I saw this watch, it's beautiful. If you look at it, it's kind of similar. The way it's shot is a little bit darker than it actually is. It's a little bit lighter in real life, guys. If you look at it, it's about the same color as the actual watch right here. But at the end of the day, we'll go ahead and look at the watch. Let me show you what I got. There was 25 of these made in the world. 25 of these made in the world, gang. That's it, 25. Do you know how low that production is? You couldn't even put it in one flagship department store, this watch right here. Not even one flagship. Flagship is like 10 stores. It's a flagship store. You couldn't even put it in one. This right here houses one of the most special, decorated, one of the best. Let me go in the livers, back in the livers and tell you, because some of you have been watching me for a long time, decades and decades, right? Longest running watch show. And a lot of you have been watching me since day one, and some of you have been watching me for 20 years and 15, 5 years, whatever it may be. It might be 3 minutes. But you know and I know, I've been telling you that this movement is one of my favorites. One of my favorites of all time. It always has been and has been for over 30 years, gang. This movement right here. ETA is a movement company. All ETA does is make movements. The caliber in here, the motor, the movement of this is ETA. ETA is a movement company. They've been supplying about 80% of all the top Swiss watches in the world, and they've been doing it for decades. Your Breitlings, your IWCs, your Girard-Perregaux is the first Ferrari watch, your Panerais, your Omega, the Tussauds, the Longines, Conquer. It's easier to name the companies that don't use the ETA movements, okay? Basically 80% of all the top Swiss watches in the world, ETA supplies. And I always say, if a watch has an ETA movement, grab it, guys, because the scarce ETA, just a while back, didn't want to let everybody get in on the ETA movements. They only wanted to supply kind of like, the companies that are under their umbrella, like Omega and like Tissot and a few other brands, right? But at the end of the day, I've told you, I said, get the ETA movements while you can, gang, because the price just skyrocketed. They're hard, very difficult to get. They're expensive. But it's funny because even when they were, supplying basically 80% of all the top smartwatches in the world, that movement they didn't allow to get out. They didn't allow that bad boy to go out too often, okay? This is their pride and joy. If you look up and you're a collector, you know watches, you know movements, you know calibers, you know everything about the watch industry. If you look up ETA as a company, okay, that's been supplying basically all the top Swiss brands. If you look up and see what are the 5 best movements ever produced from ETA? What 5 movements would ETA say are their best that they've ever produced? And what movements would it be? It'd be this movement right here. The 2893-2, guys, right there. And I said this 30 years ago, and ETA didn't say this 30 years ago, okay? They just recently said this, that literally you're talking about the 5 best ever movements they've ever produced. This is one of them. And I said this a long time ago. I love this movement. Why? Because it's actually got, guys, 2 time zones going on at one time on one caliber, on one ETA motor, okay? Right here. It's all completely Swiss made. Look at this, 25 pieces made. I was in love. As soon as I saw this, I was like, I have nothing. I have something kind of similar as far as, minute hand, hour hand, Swiss made. And then with the brand, we had the Super Ocean. We had the Super Ocean with the mesh band, which is not as thick as this. We sold them for $6,000. And like I said, Breitling, ETA's been supplying, ETA movements for, all the big companies like Breitling, IWC and everything. But we sold them for $6,000, sold out like this in one show. One show, guys. Think about it, 25 joule. Yeah, exactly. On the Super Ocean with the band that was actually thinner than this. And they sold out like this, minute hand, hour hand. This right here is actually got 2 time zones. And if you look at the dial on the inside, and this is one of my favorite parts, because if you look at the dial, it's almost like this almost like the Rolex Yachtmaster, right? With that silverish platinum color. It's kind of darker here on the image, but in real life it's lighter. But what happens, you see it, and then you see these numbers pop out, so you can finally see it, because my eyes are getting better as I get younger. But just kidding. But at the end of the day, you'll notice that they put this orange. Go ahead and look at this, guys. This orange, but it's subtle. It's like a little bit of an orange monster, but it's subtle. And I just love it because the white pops out, the platinum series, the silver comes out, and then you see this little, well, go ahead and look at the watch here and check this out right here, guys. And I grabbed this so fast. I grabbed this so quick right here because, guys, this movement right here, they didn't allow this baby, ETA is a movement company, didn't allow this baby to go out to just anybody. So they hand-picked, they hand-selected, and Bukhari obviously was one of them. So to be able to get one of these in your collection, 25 pieces with this movement, this beautiful 4-hand, dual-time, 2 time zones going on one caliber. Guys, look at the thickness of this watch right here. Look how well made this is. Look at the, I mean, just this 48, it's front and back links right there. Right now, that's how well made this is. It is all handcrafted in Switzerland. This movement right here, guys, one of the most is literally on here. Look how red. I think the black and red is maybe for the customers and talk to you about. It's almost like this. Custom made right. This and look at the beautiful, and like I said, it's lighter. It's actually it's like the Rolex Yachtmaster. If you ask me what color it is, it's like the Rolex Yachtmaster, silver, platinum, guys. Look at this bad boy right here. It's beautiful. It's special. It's got 4 hands, 2 time zones, and look at the little tad of orange right there that you'll absolutely love. Look at this near the wrist, guys. Big, beautiful, 44 millimeter bad boy. Show the black and red one. Actually, I think the black and red sold out. I'm not sure, but to possibly call up and get your favorite number, to call up and get a number 2. Remember, there's me, there's you, and there's 23 other collectors going to get this watch with one of the most decorated, one of the best ever ETA ever has produced movement-wise. Right here, guys. And to be able to get this at this price, $9.99, it's crazy. It's crazy. And think about it. It's a little circle. It's me, you, and 23 others, and then that's it. And for you to call up and possibly get the second one ever produced, think about it, guys. We got some special numbers. I mean, you could get the number 24, which is fine. Maybe it's your favorite number, or a 19 or something. But to call up and possibly get number 2 or 3, single-digit number, it's unheard of. And there it is. Go ahead, and can you show that, Johnny? There you go. There's the black and red right there. See, now you can see the white, the numbers, big sapphire crystal. Look how beautiful that is. And there it is right there. Get on the phone and grab those while you can. The Bukhari, the Ferrari. And there it is. You don't need the Ferrari if you're going to wear the Bukhari, guys. Wait till you get that bad boy. And there it is right there. Get on the phone. Here, let me show you on the wrist over here one more time, Johnny. Live shot. And then we're going to go to our next item, which would be this one. This one, the double barrel. Okay, double barrel shotgun. Woo! Look at this. Only just reminds me of the double barrel, guys. Look at this one right here. Look at this one right here. Look at this bad boy. I just want to show it to you on my wrist one more time. You're out to dinner, and this is coming out of it. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? How it's all silver? See what I'm talking about there? Exactly. See how it just blends in, and then you see the big numbers with the orange monster kind of color in the center. It's beautiful. Believe me, I got truckloads and truckloads of watches, gang. And this thing was so special. Look at this. If you didn't know me, look how hot looking that is. And there it is for, what is it, $9.99. Crazy, crazy price right there, especially for that complication. Let's go ahead and go now to this next one, which, by the way, and that, if it's already sold, guys, get the one that I got, which is the platinum. I was going to say the Yachtmaster, Rolex Yachtmaster color, but it's not. It's very similar. But, you know, Rolex has their own silver platinum color, and that's Rolex. This is similar, very similar color, but there it is right there. Get on the phone. Let's go ahead and look at this. Woo! Just stare at that. I mean, that is one watch right there. Man. I mean, really, take a good stare at that, gang. Take a good stare at that. You have to admit, right? I mean, that look, that style, that dial right there, if you stare at it, it's hard not to. I love the numbers, kind of like what you just saw, and the Bukhari kind of has that IWC, the Breitling Avenger. That's what I loved about that Bukhari you just saw. You're talking about, you know, these gorgeous open heartbeat. We're talking about double barrel, big ruby, purposely done with this gorgeous radical. We're talking about caliber, guys, which is just insanely built. This thing's insanely built right here. And the price is ridiculous. Now, this one right here, let me go over and talk to you. Gang, it's funny because if you look at your companies out there that have done, who made the open heartbeat? Open heartbeat is this. It's like it's called open heart. Actually, it's called open heartbeat, and it's made from Chopard. Chopard was the kind of the first. They weren't the first to ever do it, but they were kind of like, they brought it out. It's kind of like Bell & Ross. Bell & Ross was the company that brought out the square watch. The square watch was already done a long time ago, but nobody had it in the marketplace square, and that's what made Bell & Ross what it is. Chopard did the same thing. They put an open heartbeat. They advertised it. Just one of these, not two of these. That's what makes this super crazy special. But they just one open heartbeat, and that watch was sitting at about $4,500 with the strap and everything. Actually, a little bit thinner than this because this caliber, this motor, and what this watch actually does is insanely crazy. I mean, up until this watch, I've never even seen something like this. I was like, whoa, this is radical. But so it was Chopard, right? About 4,500, open heartbeat, and everybody went crazy. It was minute hand, hour hand, open heartbeat, and the open heartbeat is the bottom here. And on the ladies, they had it on the side. They put like a little heart for the ladies, and you know, they made it famous, and it was called the open heartbeat. This right here, if you stare at it, go ahead and look at it one more time. This has got dual open heartbeats, guys. Got two. Why does it have two? Why does it have two? I'll tell you why. Because it's a double barrel. And when I said shotgun, here, let me go and talk to you, gang. I don't have, you know, guns or anything, and I'm not one to, you know, have guns and whatever. I'm not like, whatever. I'm not even going to get into that. But at the end of the day, they used to have a regular shotgun. And like I said, I'm not a shooter or anything, but I know that they used to have a regular shotgun, which is just one barrel. And then they had a double barrel, which is two. It's a double barrel, and it was side by side. So you had two shots, boom, boom, right? And it was called double barrel shotgun. And when I saw this, I was like, there's a double barrel. There's no gun part about this, but it does have a double barrel. And in the watch industry, what that is for watchmaking and collecting, what a barrel is basically the area that the energy comes generating into. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the barrels, guys. They're actually the power reserves on the watch. Check this out. Check this out right here. Check out the barrels, guys. Look at the barrels up top. Check out the barrels up top, okay? Look at this. It's actually a double barrel bad boy. I mean, look at how much has been done. Look how thick this rotor is. Look how big this is, guys. This is an amazing treat. This watch right here, easily 4 digits, high 4 digits, all day, every day. Just look at this, how insanely beautiful. You can see how thick. Wait till you feel the weight on this. It's just amazing. Kind of reminds me of the IWC, like I said, the Breitling Avenger with the numbers. Even that Bukhari, that's one of the reasons I loved it, is you can see the numbers. These kind of stop with the barrels, but at the end of the day, it kind of has that feel, right? But really, when you look at this, you see the barrel, you see how well made this is, guys. It's really insanely built, because what happens is most your watches have one barrel, okay? They have one barrel. And when you have one barrel, what happens is, Johnny, let's go ahead and put up the price. Let's go ahead and put up the price, okay? Let's put up the price real quick. And this is for only a few of you. We don't have a lot of these. This is a 45 joule. 45 joule, again. Do you realize how many joules that is? Do you realize that's 45 ruby joules? 45 rubies in this watch right here. Think about that. 45 rubies in this watch with a double barrel. Double barrel means this. Usually your watches have one barrel, okay? They have one barrel, and what the barrel does is it's the basic power reserve of your watch. So most watches are anywhere from 8 to 17 joules, right? 8 to 17 joules. Remember, this is 45 joule. Your ETA movements, your Rolexes even are 26. You don't even, when was the last time we had a 30 joule? This is a 45 joule bad boy, guys. Think about that. Exactly. So when you go to a watch collector's meeting, wait till you bring this one. But at the end of the day, most watches, almost all automatic watches will have one barrel. Almost all of them, what, 90, probably 97% and 98% will have one barrel and one power reserve, which will store energy anywhere from 25 to 40 hours. One barrel up to 40 hours if you're lucky, okay? Go out and buy the most expensive watch and it'll have pretty much right there. One barrel, about 40 hours of energy. Your watch will store, and that way you don't have to wear it. This one right here has a double barrel. It's a double barrel, guys. Do you know what that means? That means there's 2 power reserves. You got 2 power reserves. So now you've got 40 here. Now you've got up to 80 hours of power reserve, guys. So you can put this down for 80 hours. You go buy a watch right now, I'm telling you, open heartbeat, whatever it may be, just single pay, you know, 4, 5, 6 grand for it. It's going to store energy up to 40 hours. This stores energy up to 4 to 80 hours, guys. It's double. And then to top it off, look at this bad boy right here. Look how special this is. It is unbelievable. The beauty on this, the style of this, guys, just look at this. If you didn't know me, and that was popping out, and look at this, one barrel is one, right? If you're out to dinner, and then all of a sudden you go to grab the milk or something, and all of a sudden you got a double barrel. Look at that bad boy right there. Look at that bad boy right there. Is that beautiful or what? I get exuberant, excited. I love presenting goodies that just make me tick. I love presenting like that Bukhari you just saw. That Bukhari, guys, I grabbed and swooped that up so fast. 25 pieces made with that movement, the dual time, automatic like that, all straight from the Bukhari factory in Switzerland. But this one right here, guys, check this out. This thing's insanely, crazily built. And if you stare at this, if you look at this, look up top here. Do you see this? This is actually a functional, not only double barrel with up to 80 hours of power reserve, which is insane. Name one other watch company that can go 80 hours, guys. It doesn't happen. This is the top of the line at 80K of Beverly Hills. This is what it's all about. Big dome, scratch resistant crystal, all hand applied markers. You can see all the gold that's been used. You can see the bridges and the big, beautiful rubies that they use. There's 45 rubies in this watch right here, guys, with all that gold. But what's crazy here is it's actually a functional moon face to top it off. It's a functional moon phase to top it off. So you've got, and a date indicator. So you've got quick set date right here, guys, on this outside of this moon phase indicator. Do you see this? This is functional. It's real. It will tell you the full moon. It will tell you when it's a full moon and when it's not. And how special is that? You'll know what day it is. You'll know it's going to be a full moon. It's going to come out. Right now, it's not going to be a full moon because it's not set up. But at the end of the day, it's a double barrel automatic 45 joule. We're talking about, think about it, up to 80 hours power reserve with the moon face and a date. We're talking indicator, guys, the date indicator right here, which is on the outside of the moon face. It's unbelievable. And it's just beautiful. I mean, this is what watchmaking, this is the top of the line for 80K. You can see how well made this is. Look at the thickness of this band, or this case, guys. You should feel the weight on this. This is their top of the line. And then to top it off, done with the gold. And then to top it off, guys, look at that. That's upside down, actually. But at the same token, I do have this. Go ahead and show the nice shot, Johnny. It's a perfect size, guys. It's beautiful. And there it is right there. One of the rarest complications, one of the most special watches I've just about, as far as calibers go, one of the most sophisticated, unbelievable calibers I've just about ever been around, guys. To get a 45 joule, 80-hour power reserve, dual open heartbeat, moon face with the day indicator like that is unbelievable. And really, I just can't wait for you to get this to your house, see what 80K quality is all about. And then we do have it in the black. We do have it in the black, guys. And there it is right there. Get on the phone. Grab this while you can. It's something that we have. Something when it's sold out, it's done. It's gone. It's goodbye. And there it is right there. Let me go ahead and show this black one on the wrist. I love it because it's black. It's stainless. And then all of a sudden, you can see the, look at this, gang. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at this bad boy right here. Woo! Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? I mean, you got to admit, right? Hey, I get excited. I get exuberant. It's just in my blood. You know, I love what I do. I love being around the best of the best. I love sophisticated complications you don't ever see, goodies you don't get to go to the corner and buy, rare, unique, special. That's what it's all about. It's the reason why you tune in. And there it is right there at $299, guys. Beautiful treat. And yes, you're talking about the best of the best. We're talking handcrafted. Yes, that case and design crystal is just completely scratch resistant. Is that beautiful or what? And there you go. There's the special treats. Let's go ahead and let's move along. What else do we got going here? The hard part's going to be which one do you get? The hard part's going to be which one do you get? And there it is right there. Let's go ahead and go now to another special treat which we just got. And this one is the Carrera. Look at the Carrera, guys. Look at this. Carrera automatic. Now, the 3 reg, guys, the Valjoux 7750s that are over $5,000 pretty much are sold out. They're done, okay? They're done. They're gone. We had more of these. Is the only reason we have these. And this one right here is one that I just tell you something right now. I just cannot wait for you to get this and put this, really get it in your collection and open up that big, beautiful collector's box that this comes in. And then to top it off, guys, let me go ahead and go in the living room and talk to you. Yeah, the 3 reg, the brother of this watch right here, guys, the brother of this watch right here, which was the 7750, is sold out. It's done. It's gone. I told you it was going to happen, and it is bye-bye, okay? So for those who got that, congratulations. This is the exact same watch. That watch was over $5,000. I think it was $54.95. These are just under $4,000. These are the first ever created platinum limited edition, first edition ever produced professional ceramic diver bad boys, guys. Now, let me go and talk to you because this is very, very, very important. Rolex, guys, Rolex just got into, okay? They just invested. Just recently, Rolex invested in a ceramic factory. Okay, they invested in a ceramic factory. IWC, one of the biggest watch companies, sitting over there in Switzerland also, right down the street, right over here with Carrera and everything, over in Switzerland. IWC invested in a ceramic factory also. They just invested. Now, the reason I think companies are, well, Rolex and IWC, well, any companies are investing in ceramic now because anything going into space, gang, the space shuttles, the rockets, whatever it may be, the condominiums, the flats, the hotels, everything that's going to be on the moon eventually, think about it, go up there for the weekend or go for lunch and the supersonic, whatever it's going to be, it has to have the high-tech ceramic, same material as this right here. Exact same material as this right here. Because if it doesn't have those high-tech ceramic shingles to protect it from the heat's rays, the heat, it'll burn up. It'll absolutely burn up. So you have to have it, right? Anything that goes into space. So my belief is, this is only my belief, I believe that Rolex and IWC are thinking in the future. They know we're going to end up, you know, they want to be ahead of the curve, not behind the curve. So my opinion is they invested. And by the way, everybody would invest in ceramic also. Why? Because ceramic's a material that's just under the hardness of a diamond, so it is completely scratch resistant. It'll last forever and not scratch. Think about that. Will not scratch, will not blemish, will look beautiful forever, guys. Think about it. Just under the hardness of a diamond. Now, if you look at Rolex, and I'm just comparing apples to apples. I'm not saying this is better, don't get the Rolex, and I'm just comparing apples to apples. If you walk in and say, what's the latest, the hottest, the newest diver from Rolex? What would it be? It would be the ceramic bad boy that they just took their ceramic factory and actually started to produce ceramic divers, guys. Not all ceramic, just like this. In fact, this has actually got more ceramic. This has actually got more ceramic. It's a little bit thicker because the watch is actually thicker, guys. It's more of the feel, actually more of the feel, just like the feel of the Breitling. You know, I love Breitling because they're in like my top 3. I love Breitling. It's just, you know why? Because you can feel them. You know, it's kind of like this. You can feel it. You just know. It's just like, oh, I can feel it. But at the end of the day, Rolex just got into making ceramic and integrating the ceramic into their watches. Everybody would do it, right? But the ceramic, guys, it's hard to work with, very tedious to work with, expensive. You got to invest in the factory, and it's just something folks aren't doing these days. You know, they got the stainless steel factory, they'll make stainless steel divers. That's the way it is, or watches. But, you know, Rolex is Rolex. Carrera, guys, you're talking to Carrero's Carrera, right? But at the end of the day, they invested in the ceramic, and it's right here on this brand new bad boy. This is a first edition. Just like I'll tell you right now, the first edition, let me tell you about first editions real quick, okay? First editions, perfect example, and this is about with collecting. First editions, guys, can be more important or just as important as limited edition or special edition. What I mean by that is you know, when you got your first edition, perfect example is Rolex. Rolex has the Daytona. Daytona is that chronograph that, you know, everybody wants. It sells now for like $9,000, $8,000 to $9,000. It's super expensive. I remember when it was like, you know, around the $3,000, $4,000 mark, and that was high price because the subs were $2,000 to $3,000. Everybody thinks Rolex started at this price and then now they're really high, right? No, they started at a few $100. In fact, that Rolex Daytona Paul Newman was a few $100. Somebody bought it. And guess what? They had it, they kept it, and the Daytona just went, whoa, went through the Richter scale, right? Why? Why does Rolex always go like this? Because they don't go to flash sites. They're not on websites. They're not liquidating, not wholesale to public. They're very stringent on keeping the value going up in value. And this is what's the best part, one of the best parts of Rolex. That's the way I love Rolex. You buy a Rolex, and guess what? You know it's not going to lose its value, right? But at the end of the day, they keep it. It's difficult because you can get so much more business if you're on websites, you're discounting, you're wholesale to public. Who cares? Just blow out, just give away, right? And that's what companies do now. They do all their business for websites, give away, discount. And at the end of the day, guys, Carrera, the goal for Carrera is to keep the value, go up in value. And they're not on websites. They're not on liquidation centers. No flash sites, no zero, just wholesale to public, giveaway, blowouts. They're very expensive. They're actually, there's no such thing. I mean, the brand is super expensive. Not everybody can get into it, but there's no such thing as an under 2,000 Carrera in the world. No such thing. This particular watch right here, guys, is just under $4,000. It's $39.95. But the crazy part here is if you look, and this is the ceramic, like I said, it's thicker than the Rolly. It's got more ceramic. It's beautiful. It's actually got the magnifier you don't have to pay more for. I'm not saying it's better. It's all Swiss made. It's got the 25 jewel ETA, right? It's got the screw linked band. Remember, it's thicker. The price, if you ask somebody to bring out, salesperson, excuse me, can you bring out your brand new, what's the hottest, the latest? Bring out the Rolex with the ceramic. There it is. How much would it be? It'd be sitting at about 10 grand. Not limited edition, about 10 grand. Yeah, exactly, 10 grand. They got to pay for that ceramic factory, right? Hey, listen, I love Rolex. I'm not talking bad about Rolex. I'm just comparing apples to apples. If you walked into a store, this is exactly what's going to happen. And then you say, can I see some other of your best of the best divers? They're going to bring you this one. Except this one probably won't be in the store because there was only 50 pieces made in the world. So to be able to even get this is crazy, crazy rare. We always, like I said, when we get Carreras, we'll get one piece here, two pieces there. But at the end of the day, you all of a sudden are going to look and then you're going to ask for more. Wow, these are ceramic? Yeah, that's the latest thing. Rolex is getting into it. Carreras. doing it. And then you'll say, well, can I see some other companies doing it? And they'll be like, oh, well, no one's really doing it. I mean, this is kind of something that, exactly, gang, but what Rolex does is set the table. What Rolex does is set the table. And Carrera has already got that. It's already got that, guys. It's already got that factory making those beautiful Swiss-made ceramic bad boys right here. But this one right here, guys, I'll tell you something right now, and here's crazy. Part about it is that when you talk about ceramic, you'll always see, you look at the very few companies over in Switzerland making ceramic, because you got to have, like I said, a ceramic factory in order to make ceramic. Yeah, make it in a stainless steel factory. So you have to have two factories. There's a lot of mistakes as far as size and everything. They're both pointing their fingers at each other because it never comes out right because of the way ceramic's done. It's hard to work with. And so what happens is the premiums go up. It's a headache and it's a nightmare, and you got to start over again. So nobody wants to do it. Just stick with the stainless, right? But you'll always see black, 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 white, white, white with the ceramic. You always see that. You always will see black and white. Why? Because you can make black, you can make white. Black is black, white is white. But to get colored ceramic, guys, to get colored ceramic, you cannot duplicate colored ceramic. And what Carrera did, knowing this, they made this watch limited edition. There was 50 pieces made in the world. On top of this, guys, you're talking about, think about this, colored ceramic. Done in blue, done in this beautiful platinum silver. Done in platinum silver, guys. When was the last time? I've never even seen ever platinum silver. Right, look at that. Platinum silver ceramic. It's crazy, 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 guys. No one's, I mean, think about it, no one's done that. I've seen black, I've seen white, I see black all the time, but I've seen blue here and there, right? I've seen a blue here and there. But to get silver like that, guys, look at this one right here. Look at this. And then to top it off, these right here are just under 4,000, guys. We're doing this, and look how thick these are. Look how big and burly and radical. Well, I say good way. It's 44 millimeter, guys. It's kind of like if you go buy a Breitling Avenger, their best seller. Yeah, exactly. Look at this bad boy. And then look at the screw-linked band. Look at the screw, screw, guys. And then it's big, it's thick. It's actually thicker than the Rolex Submariner band, guys, just so you know, which that Submariner band with the screws and the links, we're renting you about $2,000 just for the band. But on the same token, check this out. Look at the wetsuit extender. Look at the wetsuit extender, guys. What that is, you'll never know is probably in there. And so this is for cold water. What happens is, let me just give you a little detail here. What happens is this, guys, check this out. You're a normal diver, right? You go out to dinner, and you wear this, right? It's beautiful, right? Look at that bed. Look at the silver. This is such an amazing treat. These are just under $4,000, guys. I'm going to give you a price right now that is first come, first serve. Very few of you, a couple of you are going to get this, and then it's a done deal. But look at how beautiful this is. What happens is you go dive. Go ahead and put up the price, Johnny. You go diving, right? You go diving, your buddies, all of a sudden they see the silver, they're like, wow, this is beautiful. And they're just gonna look at the color and they'll probably say, well, is that the new Rolex Yachtmaster, runs you $12,000? But at the end of the day, guys, this has got ceramic. The Yachtmaster doesn't have ceramic, but it's colored kind of similar to that, right? But a big sapphire magnifier, Swiss-made ETA automatic, guys. It's got the 25 jewel, one of the most sought after ETA movements. But watch this, you go diving and all of a sudden you're out to dinner. Now you're gonna go out to dinner, right? You're gonna go out to dinner and everything's good. All of a sudden, you're like, dang, the water got really cold. I got to wear a wetsuit tomorrow. So what happens is you say, and the cold front came in, but you still want to go diving. You still want to go down there. So what happens here now is you wear your wetsuit. Say this is the wetsuit. You take your diver extender. You extend it now. Notice how thick this is. Most diver extenders, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to name the brands because I'm just not going to, but I call them potato chips. Like little pieces of almost thin metal that they put. This is thick. This is like a big old link right here. What you do is now you fully extend it. You fully extend it, guys. You got your wetsuit on, right? You got your wetsuit on. And what happens is you close it just like you normally would. Okay, it's got the safety class right here. You close it like you normally would. And now you go diving with your wetsuit. Now you go diving with your wetsuit, guys. These are fully professional, all Swiss-made automatics. 50 pieces made for you to call up and possibly get that silver, ceramic, platinum bad boy, guys. Look at this thing. It's insanely beautiful. On top of this, once you're done with the wetsuit, you finally go, okay, everything's great. Then what happens is you put the extender back inside. You never will have to use this if you never use it. And then all of a sudden you go out to dinner and you're ready to go. You're ready to go, guys, and there it is right there. $7.99. You couldn't even get this ETA. Guys, we know about ETA. ETA's a movement company that's been supplying basically 80% of all the top Swiss watches in the world. Let me name the companies that have used ETA. ETA, 25 jewel. Most of them use the Movado uses the 17 jewel. Most of your companies will use 20, the 21 jewel. the companies that you see, like Breitling, IWC, the Omegas, the Longines, you know, your finest Swiss made. We'll use the 25 joule mostly. This one right here is the 25 joule ETA. 25 joule ETA, guys, and there it is right there. I do have it if you want in the blue. And to be able to get these right here, right now, guys, at this price, this is insanely crazy. It's a one-time opportunity. And look at this blue. Look at the blue on that, gang. Look at the blue on this. Is this beautiful or what? Look at that. Blue ceramic, silver platinum ceramic, guys. And do me a favor, go look out there. Go look out there with the, like I told you, on the Rolex. Now, I'm not saying this is better. I'm just comparing apples to apples. Just so you know, 10 grand, 10,000, guys. And this is actually, like I said, thicker. It's actually thicker. You can see it, more the feel of the Breitling. And there it is right there. Get on the phone. Let me go in and talk to you. Gang, check this out right here. Is that beautiful or what? And then to top it off, gang, just remember, real quickly, there's no such thing as an under 2,000 Carrera in the world. There's no such thing. So for you to be able to get this and have this in your collection, I'm just telling you right now, for this price right here, don't get used to the, like I told you, don't get used to the prices that we had when we had them down at the 300, 400, where we had a few pieces that we sold out, guys. I said, get them while you can. Ladies like that Carrera, the Adelina, beautiful ladies sapphire, just under 3/4 of a carat. For the price we were selling this for, don't get used to those prices. Even this price, guys, don't get, why? Because the Carreras are 2,000. These are 4 grand. These are 4,000, guys. And when you go and look and see what's being built right there with ceramic, Swiss made, all handcrafted, just the band alone will run you 2,000 without the wetsuit extender, guys. I'm serious. I mean, just go look at it yourself. And there it is right there. Get on the phone and grab these beautiful platinum, silver, blue, and I do have the traditional black. And for you to call up and possibly get, say, a number 2 or 3, it's unheard of. And there it is right there, guys. Get on the phone and grab this while you can. Beautiful, beautiful treat right there. And can't wait for you to get that. What else do we got going here? What else do we got going here? Let's go ahead and go now to a nice little boop, boom, boop. Oh, by the way, I forgot about this, guys. Check this out. Let me just do this real quick. Check this out. I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you. It comes with the collector's box. This box is 100 pounds, by the way. Look at the collector's box, guys. Look at this. Big, beautiful. There's the international warranty. There's the logo. You can see the Carrera logo right there, right? Then you open it up and woo-hoo, it's all made out of wood. Look how beautiful this is. And then look at how customized, guys. It's funny because 100 pounds is really inexpensive. What I mean by that is if you look at even like, say, go buy a perfect example, like a Rolex box that's used, like, you know, 10, 15 years old, used. We're talking starting at about 150 to 500 bucks for the box, used box, by the way. So this one, right, and it's not even all wood. That wood's on the insert of the inside. If you open it up on the Rolex, it's a regular box. You open it up, it's got one little almost like wood panel on the inside that's been, you know, glued or whatever, stitched in there. And that's the Rolex box. But at the end of the day, look at this. This is all wood, absolutely beautiful, all customized. Now, you can't open this, right? You won't be able to open this. This is what it comes with, by the way. This is what it comes with, guys. The box here I'm talking about. And what you do is you turn it sideways, and then all of a sudden you can open it. It's a safety. It's a James Bond little safety procedure there. And then there it is, gang. There's the bad boy. There's the little special treat. And there, I'm telling you right now, one of the best built. If I was selling these at 4 grand, guys, $39.95 is what these sell for. If you were to get this at $29.95, you'd be getting guaranteed lowest price. But I'll be telling you, I'd be saying it's one of the best Swiss-made bad boy divers, guys, you'll get out there in the industry. This thing is insanely beautiful, and there it is right there for $7.99. Get on the phone and grab this. This box is 100 pounds, not extra. We're going to go ahead and do this for and give you this also with the box, guys, and there it is. Does come with the authenticity certificate. Gang, to call and get the second one ever produced. I mean, come on, and it's new. It's the first edition ever created. Remember the Paul Newman, the Daytona I was telling you about. That watch, somebody paid a few $100 back in the day, put it in an auction just recently, we're talking a few years back, and they sold it for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands. Why? Why did they sell for hundreds of thousands? They paid a few $100 back in the day. Why? Was it limited edition? No. Was it Rolex? Yeah. Was it Daytona? Yeah. Do they sell for about 10 grand now? Why didn't they take a 10-year-old one? I'll tell you why. Because it was a first edition. It was the first one ever produced, guys. First one ever produced. one of the first ever, and that's what this is right here, the platinum, beautiful bad boys right here. We got up here for first edition and their limited edition, guys. You can see they're all on the dial. I got to get going off this. Let's go ahead and move along and check out the next watch right here, and there it is right there. What else do we got, Johnny? What else do we got going here? Let's go ahead and move along. Let's move along. And that collector's box is something else. I want to go to this beautiful, check this out, guys. These mechanical automatics, okay? There's automatic, like you just saw, and then there's mechanical automatic, which is, you have to hand wind it. It's like a pocket watch, okay? It's the difference of mechanical, automatic, and an automatic. Automatic is what you just saw. It's like buying a Rolex Submariner for like 6,000 to 7,000, and just like that watch you just saw, you just have to wear it. You don't have to do anything. This one is mechanical automatic. That means that you have to, like a pocket watch back in the day. Let me go ahead and let me show you what you got to do. You got to basically, it's like putting on your shoes in the morning, right? Having a cup of coffee. And it's nice because you look at your watch, you take it off. Usually most folks, they'll put it on the side of the bed or whatever. And then what happens is they wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee or whatever your little daily deal is, the schedule in the morning. But you know, you put on your shoes and you take a shower or whatever it may be, and you just kind of wind your watch. You don't have to sit there and wind it for 5 hours. In fact, right now, it's starting to get some tension going. And right now, I could stop and this thing's gonna supply, I'm done. Like you can feel the tension on it, that's it. That's all you had to do. Now this power reserve will go up to 40 hours. 40 hours, guys. And like I said, most watches are. But what's beautiful about this is the art of watchmaking. This is the art of watchmaking. If you look at the first ever, and just look at this, just stare at this. Go ahead and zoom in on this, Johnny. This is an incredible collectible treat right here. This is called the Laguerre, and this is something so amazing that's been done and handcrafted from the 80K of Beverly Hills factory, guys. Look at this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Big old blue furnace screws. You can see the rubies, but what I love about it is how much filigree work has actually been done in this design right here. I mean, look at this right here. Guys, look at this right here. It's incredible. Check this out. Check this out. Look at the filigree on this. Do you see this? This is not how movements actually look. This is not how movements usually are made. This is customized. This is something very special. They knew it was going to be skeletonized. I mean, the back is just as beautiful as the front, right? I mean, look at this right here. But I actually love the front because it's got the sub-seconds right here. Here's your sub-seconds. There's your heartbeat. I love the almost like brigade, kind of like that anodized blue that they integrated with the gold, with the rubies, with the actual sub-seconds done in a little bit of red to add the little pop of little kind of just make it a little bit sporty, but really this is more of a luxurious treat right here for somebody that wants something that is, well, when you talk about collectible, think about this. The first ever $1 million, I do have a stainless one also. Look at that one back there, guys. Look at the back of that one. I'll tell you right now, the better value would be the one in gold. This is much more expensive to do in gold, but some guys don't like gold. They don't want nothing to do with gold. And so what they do is they get the stainless. They just love the look, the style, the dial, the actual movement itself, which, by the way, I'll get into more. But can you put the price up here, Johnny? Can you put the price? And then let me go in the living room and talk to you. Guys and girls, this watch right here, which there's two colors. There's the gold, and then you have it in the black. I mean, just look at these. Look like museum pieces or what? I mean, seriously, this is like something you'd put in the museum, guys. I mean, it almost looks like I don't even want to wear this. It's so beautiful, right? And I'll put it on my wrist to show you. Look at the price of these. But the mechanical part, this is the art of watchmaking. Really where watches came from back in the day was, from pocket watches. Because they started making pocket watches first, which were mechanical like this, which you actually had to wind. And that was back in the 1700s. And so what happened is the evolution just brought it, and then they figured out, let's put a strap on it, put it on the wrist, and then they made it into automatic, where you don't need, the rotor goes in the back and you walk and it turns in a circle, goes into the power reserve. This has the power reserve and everything. It's just instead of the rotor making it all the power go into the power reserve, this one, it's kind of like the rotor's on the side. You just have to wind it. But once you wind it, you saw how fast. This is already wound. I don't have to wind it anymore. You saw how quick that was, and that'll store energy up to 40 hours. It's an amazing treat. And the nice part is, you know, you get up, have a cup of coffee. It's like anything. You know, you just have a little routine there. And this is what it's all about. But the first ever $1 million watch. First ever $1 million watch. Ever, they put it in an auction, and they wanted to see what it's going to go for. They had no clue it was going to go for $1 million bucks, right? No clue. It was a Patek Philippe, and what movement was it? What movement was it? It was mechanical automatic, just like this, guys. Mechanic wasn't this. When I say this beautiful, it actually, if you look at it, it wasn't really that beautiful. But it was a mechanical automatic. It was Patek Philippe, and you know, it's one of the rarest ever produced. But it was back in the day. But it sold for $1 million bucks. And this one right here, I'll put this on my wrist. These are beautiful. Look at the actual architect that put this together. It's just like, he's a genius. I mean, seriously, the watchmaker. I mean, he just saw this, looked at this, and this was like, wow. This is like, you know, you know, getting that Lamborghini that, you know, there was 4 of them made. I mean, look at this, guys. Look how beautiful this is. Look how amazing that is. Can you imagine wearing that out to dinner? I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful treat. Unless you tell somebody you paid the price for this watch, they would have no idea. They would look at this, and then you'd go ahead, look at it. And they'd look at it, they'd see it. It's an 18 jewel, all done in the gold with the rubies. There's literally 18 rubies on this, guys. On top of this, they'll just stare at this. Look at the intricate work and the customizing of the strap that comes right up into the beautiful, beautiful Laguerre bezel like its own. It's its own style, big scratch-resistant crystal, and that has been all hand done. And then to top it off, you have this one right here, which, by the way, guys, is just as beautiful. Look at this right here. Is that amazing or what? I mean, you got to admit it's something that we have, something we just got, and I'm so proud to have little treats like this because, you know, this is what ADK is all about. I've been selling them for over 20 years. It's all about the complication. And like I said, this watch right here, watch how long it'll take me to wind, okay? This one right here, watch. It's starting to get tense right now. It's starting to get tense, and right now it's done. That's it. And it's done. Now it'll last for guys, it'll last up to 40 hours. Think about it. Think about it. It's nothing. It's, you know, having a cup of coffee, putting your shoes on. And there it is right there. Mechanical, automatic, the art of watchmaking. It's like getting a skeletonized, you know, pocket watch back in the day, because that's what everybody went crazy for, was the skeletonized, and you open up the back, you know, you have your pocket watch, you open it up. Well, that's what they did with this watch, and there it is right there. Get on the phone for $299, guys. Got it in the beautiful gold. The better value, the one that's more expensive to make would be this one, but a lot of you don't like and look at that heartbeat just going boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's just beautifully, beautifully handcrafted, and there it is right there for $299. There it is for $299. Get on the phone. There's 2 colors available, and then that's it, guys. That's it. Let's go to this Bukhari. I got to do this quickly because we don't have much time left with the show. But on top of it, guys, we've only got a couple pieces of this left, and then this is done. Let's go to the Bukhari. The Ferrari. That's what I said. I started the show, guys, with that Bukhari bad boy. And really, you got to realize Bukhari, that watch that I showed earlier, which, by the way, can you just preview it real quickly, Johnny? Or actually, you know what? Don't even preview that. I just want to show this one real quick. Can we just show this real quick, Johnny, with the red from Mr. Okay. I was supposed to do it in the first half hour, and it just went so fast, so I got to do it now real quickly. Can we go to the red Bukhari? The Bukhari. Check this out, guys. Look at this red one. Who wants the last of this? That's it. Sold out, done, gone, goodbye. If you remember, we had the black and white one. We had the olive brown one, and then we had this one. And everything's sold out. We had more of these than any of them. Otherwise, this would be the best seller. This was the best seller, by the way. This was the best seller. We did this for $6.99. Guys, $6.99. It's crazy because that is an all Swiss made, handcrafted. Those markers actually illuminate. The red that you see actually illuminates in red. I mean, think about that. The red illuminates, guys. Think about that. It's incredible. And you don't see that. You don't see, usually you paint color on dials and they have little dots of luminous. This one actually is done in this one's actually done not only with the 25 jewel, but look at this band. Look at how thick this band is, guys. Look at how amazing this treat is. It's beautiful, big sapphire front and back crystal, but look at the band. Do you see that? It's all original, The Bukhari right here, guys. The Ferrari. Look at this. And the strap was handcrafted, handmade in Italy. Handmade in Italy, guys. You can see made in Italy. It's all hand-stitched, all customized. Think about it. There's only 25 pieces made in the world. So to be able to get this watch sitting, what is that? Just under $4,000. Just under $4,000. Remember the average price point for Bukhari's, guy, another expensive brand, sitting at about $3,000. And this one right here we got for $699. That is the last of the last. Johnny, can you show that the brother that sold out for $1,200? Can you show that one? Show that one real quick, guys. We had the brother of this, and it sold out for $1,200. Sold out, done, gone. It's over with. This one we just got. The brother or the sister, whatever you want to call it, just came out. Or we just got it, we put it up, sold them for $1,200, and they sold out instantly. And we got 2 letters back stating, I can't believe how beautiful, I love it, it's one of my favorite watches at night. Can't believe the red illuminates, it's just one of my favorite treats. That one's sold out, guys, I'm not teasing you, it's sold out, it's done, it's gone. I just wanted to let you know we sold it for, well, $11.99, $1,200 basically, and there it is. This is the brother, go ahead and show the brother. This is the brother, guys, and the brother, just so you know, is actually $690 and basically half, right? But it's funny because it's the same watch. 25 Gillette, guys. Check this out with the same markers. Look at this right here. It's insane. Big sapphire front and back crystal. Same watch, $699. When I say same watch, it's basically the case and everything is the same, but it's just, and look at this, $699 right there. It's an incredible treat. There it is right there. And that movement right there, guys, that's the 25 jewel. You got to realize ETA makes a 17 jewel, an 18 jewel, 19 jewel, 20 jewel, 21 jewel. But when you get into 25, you know, your Rolex 26, your Omega Breitlings are 25 with the ETA. You're talking about IWCs, Panerais, everything's 25. It's crazy expensive, right? In fact, I paid over $6,000 for my Panerai. And what movement is? Let me go there to talk to you again. What movement is it? It's the 25 jewel ETA. 25 jewel ETA. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Look at the band right here. Look at the special treat on this. And there it is right there. Get on the phone. It's the same one as that we sold for $1,200, guys. It's not the quantity right there. And you know you don't see Bukhari's under 1,000. There's no such thing as under 1,000 Bukhari's, guys. And guess what? We're going to do one right here, right now, as you're seeing. But on top of it, look at this CM bad boy right here, guys. Check this out. 3 reg Swiss. Look at this. Go ahead and put up the price. Now this one right here is crazy. It's limited edition. You're talking about something that they priced at a point to give everybody the opportunity, because when Bukhari's come in, you see them, they're always, you know, $11.99 on this beautiful, remind me of Rolex done in plastic, straight from guys. How beautiful in your Ferrari. Think about it, guys. Is you're talking about this beautiful, beautiful, very special, very rare, made one time, and I can't wait for you to get this because, guys, you don't get opportunities to get in on Bukhari. And it's funny because if you look at it, what does it look like? Looks kind of similar to the Rolex Daytona, and the Omega Speedmaster runs you about $4 to $6,000. The Omega, yes, about $4. We sold them for $4. And there it is for $379, little special treat. We got to go. We'll see you next time. Limited edition, guys. Call up, and that's it. We'll see you. Thank you. Bye-bye.